Hello, Linda here. I hope you're having a great week. You're back to school at least one day, maybe two, depending on your last name. I hope everything's going really well for you. Were you concerned about going back to school? Like, did you have any fears about your safety or who was going to be in your class or who your teacher was going to be? Fear can be a really powerful emotion. And we have to always remember that we can take all of our fears to God and He understands. Sometimes when I'm working with people around fears, I'll show them pictures and see if they know what the fear is called. So I'm going to show you a picture. There's the picture. Now, this is actually called iatrophobia, and it is the fear of doctors. So you know how sometimes people will delay going to the doctor because they have a sore throat, but they just don't want to sit in the clinic all day, or they delay going to the doctor or the dentist maybe even because they're afraid of what they might be told. So that's a real fear. Let's see. Here's another one. See if you can see this picture. This fear is called monophobia, and it is actually the fear of being alone. I don't know about you, if you are afraid of being alone. Maybe when you're at the house by yourself, you're kind of scared because you don't know what a certain sound means, but that's a real fear. Now, there's a fear that would have been super important back in the Old Testament when the Israelites were fleeing Egypt. And that is this one. And no, it's not the fear of umbrellas. It is actually the fear of water, or aquaphobia. So that's being afraid of water or being near water. Now that would have been a big deal because Moses led the people out of Egypt and they got to the edge of the Red Sea. So there's all this water in front of them and there's Pharaoh's army coming up behind them. And if they had been afraid of the water, if they would have had aquaphobia, then when Moses prayed and God made a way through the Red Sea, the people would have been too afraid to move. And when our fears paralyze us in that way, then we stop trusting. And we stop trusting that God can make a way when there doesn't seem to be one. And so we've talked a little bit about some maybe real fears or maybe some exaggerated fears. But what I want you to remember is whatever you're afraid of, God has your back. And in that moment of being afraid, just take a nice deep breath and let it go and offer a prayer, asking for strength, asking for courage, and asking that God calm your fears so that you can walk through the path that He's asking you to walk. Have a great week.